Where are you buying your gold and silver? Let's get to the video. Hey guys, Patrioticastacker back with another video for you guys today. And in this video, we're going to talk about where's the best place to buy your precious metals. Now lately, I've been getting a lot of emails from my subscribers asking me where I buy my precious metals, what's the best place to buy your precious metals, and where's the cheapest place to buy your precious metals. And I thought this would be a great video to explain to you guys what I do and the places where you can buy your precious metals. Now, starting off, you have your online bullion retailers: APMEX, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, Monument Metals, Hero Bullion, a lot of great places. Then you have your LCSs, your local coin shops. Now, this might not work for some people because not every town has an LCS. Then you have eBay and stores like eBay. Not recommended, but people do buy from eBay, and there are good reputable dealers on eBay. Then you have your private sellers, private dealers that sell on Instagram or Facebook groups. So I'm going to go over this with you guys, some pros, some cons on each place where you can buy your precious metals. And then I'm going to share with you where I've been buying my metals lately, the past few months. Now, starting off, you have your online bullion retailers: APMEX, JM Bullion, Hero Bullion, all great places. Now, some online bullion retailers are cheaper than others. For example, when I shop online, I tend to go with Hero Bullion. They're a newer company, but one of the great prices out of all of them, out of all the online bullion retailers, in my opinion. When I started stacking 9 years ago, all I knew was buying precious metals off of online. I didn't know about LCSs. I didn't know about these groups on Facebook and Instagram. So I bought from companies like JM and APMEX. And we all know JM and APMEX are overpriced. Not saying I don't buy from them. I do buy exclusives from them, things that I can flip, certain series. But other than that, I try to stay away from APMEX and JM Bullion due to their higher prices. But at the same time, if you're looking for something that you really want, APMEX is a place you really want to go to because they have everything. And that's why I believe their prices are higher than other online bullion retailers. So the pros for me when it comes to online bullion retailers is that 99% of the time you're getting legit gold, legit silver. I haven't met anyone that's gotten fake silver or gold from any online bullion retailer, a reputable online bullion retailer. Don't get me wrong, I think you should test your metals at all times, no matter where you buy it, but online bullion retailers are very safe. 2, they have pretty much anything you can think of, especially APMEX. Not so much Hero Bullion, they're out of stock sometimes, and SD Bullion, because their prices are good. That's why a lot of times they're out of stock. But APMEX is pretty much the kingpin of all the online bullion retailers. So if you're looking for something that you really want, they do have the inventory. So there's a lot of pros with online bullion retailers. But the things that I don't really care for when it comes to online bullion retailers is that there's a paper trail. No matter how you send money or if you use a check or wire transfer or cash, well, you can't use cash, check, wire transfer, cryptocurrency, credit card, debit card, it's all a paper trail. And we stack precious metals to try to, that's our cash, that's our savings. We don't want everyone to know about it. So that's the only downside with that, and that certain sites can be more expensive. So I still buy online from online bullion retailers, but when I shop online, I usually go to Hero Bullion and SD Bullion. They're great online bullion retailers, reputable, and their prices are fair. Now, two, you have your LCSs, your local coin shops. Now, I'm huge when it comes to LCSs. I like to show my support for local businesses. My LCS is a great dude. I built a really good relationship with him, and I go there often, a couple times a week. Not lately, but I try to go at least once a week, and that's where I buy my 90% silver and some of my gold. Yes, certain things are more expensive at LCSs because you got to understand it's a small family-owned business, a small little local business that at the end of the day has to feed himself and their family. So they can't really compete with these humongous bullion retailers like APMEX and JM Bullion. So sometimes their things get pretty expensive. So what I look for in an LCS is I want to walk into an LCS that person's been an LCS in the business for many years. That's also a stacker, a collector, so they can relate to you more, not just looking at it as a business-wise. And that's a wholesaler. They don't just take in walk-ins, because when they're an LCS that just takes walk-ins tends to be more expensive, rather than having a wholesaler on top of taking walk-ins. My LCS is a wholesaler, so I can get things a lot cheaper. But unfortunately, LCSs are not for everybody, because not everywhere in our country has an LCS in people's towns. You know, I know people that have to drive 4 hours to go to an LCS. But the big thing that I like about LCSs is that there's no paper trail. It's cash money in their hand, gold or silver in your hand. Two, you can build a relationship. You can see the metal you're about to buy. You can touch it. You can feel it. You can ask questions. It's great. You know, it's like, doing, business in person rather than doing it over the phone or over the computer. You actually see and feel what you're going to buy. You can look at things, so there's a lot of pros with LCSs. The only con I would have to say with an LCS is that sometimes their prices are expensive, and sometimes they're out of stock with things. But yeah, LCSs are definitely cool. I highly recommend them. I shop a lot at LCSs. And another place, which I don't really recommend for people, but people do buy from there, and I've bought from there, is eBay. Now, you do have your online bullion retailers that have their eBay stores. You have mints that have their eBay stores, like Scottsdale Mint. I buy a lot from Scottsdale's Mint eBay's page, because sometimes you can get cheaper deals. Excuse me. On top of that, you can also bid on their products, so you can end up, walking out even cheaper with certain things. And then you have your, regular private sellers that sell on eBay, that have like a little eBay store. You just gotta make sure that they're reputable, that you know people that bought from them, or you get to know them first. Instead of buying an ounce of gold right off the bat, maybe buy a 1 ounce round just to see if it's legit. There's ways to find out the person's reputable. Obviously on eBay, everything is rated, let you know any complaints and stuff, so it's pretty good. And most of the time it's money back guaranteed if something goes wrong. But eBay's cool. I'm not a big fan with them. Prices are usually more expensive. The only time I buy from eBay is once in a while if I want to get a slab coin, or if I'm looking for a specific rare angle hard bar that I know I'm not going to find in an LCS or an online bullion retailer. That's when I'll jump on eBay. Now, last but not least is private dealers, private sellers, people that sell on Instagram, people that sell on Facebook groups. Now, lately, I've been buying a lot from reputable private sellers, And notice how I said reputable. You don't want to just buy from some guy that's saying, hey, I'm selling a tube of maples, and not know anything about them. Obviously, before making a purchase from this person that's selling your maples, you want to know, ask around in the community, ask people if they've ever bought from them, if they heard of them, and maybe search them up in other ways before making a purchase like that. There are a lot of scams out there. I've said to myself when I started stacking and I got more experienced that I'll never buy from private sellers unless it's in person and I can see it and test it. But to be honest, you know, through the years I've gotten more comfortable being in the YouTube community and etc. And I've been buying crazy from private sellers, private dealers. Pretty much most of my gold, my 10-ounce bars, even my 90% the last few months, that's where I've been buying. And like I said, gotta make sure they're reputable, that you know, people know of them, and everything checks out. But yeah, that's how I get things at a way cheaper price. And the reason why I think a lot of it's cheaper is because most of these people are stackers that are just trying to offload a tube of maples and take that money and put it into gold for them to sell, or other people that are, you know, have a wholesale contract that can get things at a decent price and sell it in bulk, you know, to get that profit. So I'm getting smoking deals by private sellers now. Again, it's not for everybody. I know people have trust issues. People might have been scammed before, but there are reputable private dealers, private sellers out there that sell on Instagram, that sell on Facebook. And listen, it's great. Once you know how to, once you're comfortable enough and you play it safe, everything should be good. And another thing, when you buy from a private seller or dealer and you're not 100% sure and you did your reviews and stuff, but you're still nervous, purchase it on a credit card. So God forbid if something were to happen, you can get that money back. You call up the credit card company and you can, you know, figure that out, and they'll usually reimburse you. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like buying metals with a credit card. I don't blame you. But for your first purchase with a private seller, I would do that first so you can build trust with the person. But yeah, guys, you know how premiums are with silver now, especially gold. Everything's just crazy high. I've become more of a deal shopper. I just don't, if I see a Scottsdale stacker and it's for $300, I'm gonna look and see if I can find that for $295 or $290. That's just how I've transitioned through the years. I became more smarter, more wiser, and knowing what I can get that thing for. So I shop, and I notice a lot of other YouTube channels, other people in the community that do the same. And I think that's your best bet. But I'm not going to say no to any of these places, because online bullion stores are awesome, like AppMax, JM Bullion, LCSs are awesome, eBay can be cool, and then you have your private dealers and private sellers. They all have their pros, they all have their cons. It all comes down to you. Just be safe, do your work, do your homework, make sure that they're legit, and know what you want to pay. But all right, guys, and last but not least, it's very important to test your metals. So make sure you get yourself a beautiful sound money pocket finger. It's great to carry around with you, especially if you're gonna go check out some LCSs and you want to test out some coins to make sure they're real before you purchase them. It's only like 20 bucks, and you know, that's a lunch. You know what I mean? You can take some lunch money and just buy yourself a cool little pocket finger. And these are awesome. They're great. I'm so happy that I have one. And if you guys want one, down in my description there's a link for sound money pocket finger. You click on that link and I get a little kickback, and it really helps my channel and helps me do more goals and grow. So yeah, get yourself a pocket finger. All right, guys, Patrioticastacker is out. Peace.